back, hot dogs and donuts. Y'all know what time it is. Time to wake up and go nuts. Super Saturday. Every Saturday at about 8 a.m. Central Time, aka Color People Time. Y'all know we like to wake up, go live with our Saturday morning cartoons, and then we'll go live on Peace. Well, not PCP. Y'all don't even know about PCP. On TWP Popcorn, you know what I'm saying, with our cannabis content. You know how we do over there. Indoor gardening, cultivation, and all that good fire and exciting content. You know how we like to keep shit popping, so that's what we gonna do today. No, sounds like we got a bud to roll up while we get our video roll on. Let's see. We over here in OBS. Zoom that out a little bit. Got the full screen in there. That way the people that's complaining that I'm using my laptop be like, well, why is you not just using OBS? I do use OBS, but you don't watch those videos. Y'all don't go to Rumble to check them out, so y'all don't need to worry about it. Hell, shouts out to the Rumble, though, you know, to link up with me over there, because if YouTube ever get tired of my shit, I'll still be over there doing my THING. Man. Anyways, y'all know the big homie did these beats this week, so you know we got one that we like. You know what happened when we got a beat we like, that shit be stuck in our head. So we gonna go ahead and play it for you. Like to hear it? Here it goes. Scully, good to see you. How you doing? Y'all know to go check out my brother Scully Pop over on his YouTube channel, because he's also the author that reads to you. Appreciate that part of the game, right? Yeah, definitely a good time when you go to Scully's. Appreciate him being up early with me this morning. Probably working on his next show, which, if I recall right, will be tomorrow night. Oh, so he just been up gone. He said, I ain't even wake up early. I just never went to sleep because I knew you was coming on. Appreciate that part. Like how it had a couple elements of Christmas in there already too. You know, he got to sprinkle a little
Dragon
new
Ball's
shit.
Sparking Zero is out.
Yeah.
And I know who's played Sparking Zero.
Sparking Zero's lit.
Yeah. I know you put a lot of work
I
into
spent
it.
a
Talk
lot
to
of
us about
hours.
that project. Talk to us about how, you know.
We started working on it like last year, early last year. I was in studio every week, twice a week, all year.
Wow.
Damon Mills directed all my lines. Voice of Frieza. He directed all the local LA town. I think he directed the whole game. I don't know. There were some other characters that were directed in Texas. And it was an extraordinary project. First of all, I have to thank Namco Bandai for making just a stellar game. And I want to go a little far here and say I had an emotional moment with the game because I don't really get to see much of the game when we're recording. We just have a long list of lines and descriptions of how we're supposed to say them. And I had kind of every once in a while I have like a weird
and how
like,
you're supposed to say it.
epiphany
Yeah,
moment
that'd be the
about
hard
my
part,
role
right,
as
Scully?
Goku or
Making
about
sure
my
you got your
experience doing
tonality
it.
together.
And what I thought was great about the animation I saw, the video
Making sure
footage of
your
Sparking Zero I saw
fluctuation
coming out
has a
since the game's
very
come out,
range
and
to
even
it.
before when it was
Don't want to be
pre-release,
monotone unless it is a
was I was
monotone,
watching a
right?
scene with me and Chris. It was a really intense
Scully
coming
always
out
seems to find a
type
perfect
situation
tone.
scene or whatever. And I remember thinking, this is finally the first time I'm watching my voice in this digital animation for the game. That's how it feels when I'm working. Like, so if you want to know what it feels like to be Goku and play the character, that's the first time I've ever seen anything that made me, because in every other instance, I'm seeing pre-rendered animation and I'm matching them. And I don't think the Japanese team is animating to me. I think they're animating to the Japanese voices, and then they use computer technology to make the mouth flaps work with all the other languages.
Rather than you having to match it, you're just changing the mouth flaps.
And so that's why sometimes things don't line up, because we don't, and that's no disrespect to anybody on the team, but they're extraordinary. They have to do it in 14 different languages or more, and it's an extraordinary number of moving parts. Plus, we've done so many artistic things with the show that we feel like even Namco Bandai wasn't aware of. For example, they weren't quite aware that I changed the voice slightly for each one. So they were actually very helpful in helping us keep track of that, because Damon was telling them, no, Sean does a different voice slightly for each one. And they were very cool about just being particular about getting things right. But, everything's on a budget. Everything's on a schedule. It's a very polished game for the first release. I'm so impressed with what they've done at Namco Bandai. I for the first time, was geeking out along with you instead of being Goku kind of separate from it all. Because when I'm doing the acting, I can't really geek out with you, because geek out energy affects my acting negatively. I can't be a fan when I'm being Goku. I just can't. And so for the first time, I remember thinking, I want all the movies to look like this. I want the movies to look like this. And this is what it feels like. And I just got goosebumps, and I was so thrilled to be a part of it. So Sparking Zero is just if you guys haven't played it, it's probably going to be the best Dragon Ball game ever released. I can't say that definitively because I haven't played it yet, but dude, it's just been a tour de force of power.
That's awesome.
That game's amazing.
Shouts out to the American voice actor of Goku. Y'all know he had a couple different variations. I still have yet to meet the Filipino version, but he on the way.
Impact statements after the castle. Hey, JR, nigga. Ain't it a blessing? We made it out of last after all that happened.
What?
Bitch, nigga. After Michigan State, after Hubbard, when our mans told on us, the bands they took from us. Joy Road, bitch, but the money long as 6 mile brick mile.
I appreciate that cosplay, If you want to be the character, go ahead and make it yours, right?
The first up-to-date Super Saiyan Zaru, let me come in and keep it trill. 6 trillion right there for you. So that means when baby Vegeta goes Golden Grade Ape, let's see what his numbers are. Because Goku was at 60 trillion in Great Ape form. And that's probably nerfed because, as y'all seen, you gotta add in damage before the multipliers can kick in. You see what I'm saying? So him transforming into a Zaru gave him a 10 times multiplier, but he was in his base form when he first transformed, but this is now him as Super Saiyan. So you gotta take out the Super Saiyan multiplier. Then you gotta take out, you add in the Zaru multiplier, but then you gotta, y'all gotta do some basic math for the people that ain't mathing the math.
For the people who don't know why I use recording to myself in videos, that way when I'm doing my lives, my commercials are me. Hey, it's Big Me in the building. You know what I'm talking about, Scully? Just remind people, this guy's a little bit narcissist, and he thinks he's handsome. If not, his mom thinks he's handsome. If not, my ex-wife thinks I'm handsome. Hell, somebody like me.
To become a member of Unlimited Gaming's Patreon for tons of exclusive content, to early access media, and much more. Do it now, or else.
Of course, we done had that fire in the hole.
this was certainly a day that none of us here within Universe 7 are going to ever go on to forget. But while I think that with tensions being a little high and with Lord Beerus feeling very aggravated, I think that it would be best for us to go and come up with a schedule moving forward, because there is a lot of work that needs to be done before the day comes where this upcoming tournament begins.
And that's what's funny about it, right? Because Beerus woke up like, man, the Oracle Fish said I'm supposed to have a rival, like a Super Saiyan something, and then he found Goku's goofy ass. And the next thing you know, he's always pissed off at Goku because Goku's highly active. Imagine that. You got the lazy cat that don't like to really fucking do much because he's super strong, so he's typically just bored, but then he's always asleep. Now when he wakes up, he finds his motherfucking greatest opposition yet, his greatest op, which keeps him always working. The nigga don't never hardly ever get to sleep no more. They show Boo sleeping more than Beerus now, which is crazy. Imagine that. What the hell is up with this screen? Oh, he must have been doing some ambiance, and I hit the pause button. But I'm wondering if my shit done melted out on me. What the hell, Bobby? Y'all know to go check out the original content creator because we do support our boys, right?
Following the initial events of Beerus
Right.
bouncing on top of Goku following the Grand Priest's announcement for the upcoming Omniversal Tournament of Power 2, to which it was only just upon with Goku being shown having
He had to put an ice pack on his head because Beerus hit him with that 4-knuckle shuffle.
to hold an ice pack on his head while the Grand Priest was getting ready and having to announce more of the rules for the upcoming tournament was when Vegeta went on to then quickly respond, "Well, congratulations, Kakarot, because not only did you go and manage to completely anger Lord Beerus to the point of having to nearly strangle you to death, but you've also managed to go and wind up dragging the rest of us down in this upcoming path of having to compete within this upcoming tournament as well," with Goku responding, "No, cut me some slack here, will you, Vegeta? This isn't entirely my fault here, you know, and so just lay off a bit," with Beerus then chiming in, "Damn that idiot Goku. Oh, if I can only go and crack his stupid face open right now without having any one of you go and get in my way, then I gladly sure as hell would, because now look at the mess that Saiyan has caused." Well, I do think that we all ought to go and calm down for just a moment here, Lord Beerus Whis went on to then respond, and simply go on to focus on other issues here before you go and get yourself all worked up again here, my lord, with the Grand Priest then having to respond, "Well, now, unlike the original Tournament of Power, which was a chaotic free-for-all, this time, however, we will go and see more of a structured approach that the Omni Kings had went on to call for, and as the upcoming Omniversal Tournament will go on to adapt more of a bracket-style format instead, in order to go and ensure more of a liberated approach throughout this event, but do not go and assume that this structure will remain permanently fixed here either," the Grand Priest continues, as the Omni Kings, in their infinite curiosity and excitement, have the power to alter the rules and conditions for a match at any given moment if they just so happen to go and choose to do so, the Grand Priest says, as they ultimately may go on to decide and go and shift the format of any contest, along with merging brackets or even introducing entirely new challengers mid-battle if they just so happen to choose, for flexibility and mental fortitude will be just as important as raw strength itself during this upcoming event, the Grand Priest continues, and so do just so happen to go and keep
let
that
there
in
be
mind that
green
anything
light,
can change
right?
during any of these rounds for this upcoming tournament, as we do in fact also plan on crowning a winner by the very end of this, no matter how long the event will need to go on and last for, as this condition has already been set in stone, with Vegeta then having to quickly chime in, "No, just great, and so not only is this going to be a bracket-styled event that virtually guarantees our destruction if we lose, but now we also have to go and keep our eyes open for handicaps on top of it all," with Goku responding, "Hey, wait, so just out of curiosity, how long are we going to have until this upcoming Omniversal Tournament even begins, Grand Minister? Because, well, surely enough for an event of this magnitude, would it only go as far as to ensure us that we would be given some time to go and prepare for it, right?" with the Grand Priest responding, "Well, be that as it may, I was only able to go and buy as much time as I could afford while also promising to keep the Omni Kings both entertained and occupied in the meantime, and so..."
And then, like, Beerus, that's the reason why he's mad, because he already understands the system. We were put here for the Omni King's entertainment. Yeah, you're entertainment, motherfuckers. If you don't like being entertainment, stay your boring ass over there, because then nobody want to watch you. That's why you get erased anyways, right? That's what Zeno said. If you ain't worth watching, I'm going to just go ahead and cut you off. Yeah, but when he cut you off, you're no longer in existence. So don't nobody even remember your ass no more. Like, what happened to, oh yeah, Zeno erased a lot of shit. I can't even remember the 80s no more. Why? Because people back then got erased.
You will all be given a total of 3 months to go and prepare for this upcoming event, the Grand Priest continues. And as the two of you should also be very lucky of this time frame as well, because this is the only other reality where the Omni Kings have agreed in granting you time to go and train, the Grand Priest says. And as originally, the Omni Kings had wanted for this grand event to go and start tomorrow, but since I was able to go and convince them otherwise, just please go and make sure to not try and squander this opportunity now, will you? And so now before I go and take my leave, I entrust that you will all be ready for when the time comes for the Omniversal Tournament to begin, the Grand Priest continues. And when this happens, I expect for you all to go and deliver your absolute best while also remembering on what is at stake here. And while I do believe that this will surely be an event that will be remembered throughout the ages, the Grand Priest continues, I do also hope that I will see you both very soon, only this time I am expecting to see great changes along the way, the Grand Priest says. And so do not forget about the lessons that I have delivered on to you, and may the best warriors have their day, as I will be seeing you all very, very soon. To which, as the Grand Priest was then shown having to take his leave, it was only with our heroes now being left with Beerus and Whis alone was when Goku went on to then wave towards the Grand Priest by shouting, "Well, thanks again for stopping on by and filling us all in on this upcoming tournament, Grand Minister. We hope to go and see you soon if we don't end up seeing you before this upcoming event, and if we don't, then we'll be sure to see you on the day of when this tournament begins. So see you later." So just give it a rest already, will you, Kakarot? Vegeta went on to then quickly chime back in, because now that we both know on what it is that is waiting for us, that is looming over the horizon, the Grand Priest gave us 3 months to prepare for a reason, as he knows that we will need every second of it to go and prepare, and I refuse to go and waste my time on anything other than having to improve, Vegeta continues. So for now, I'm going back to Earth, as the gravity chamber at Capsule Corp will be the perfect place for me to go and start my training, for it'll go and give me the solitude that I think that I need to go and plan and push myself harder than ever. And so don't go and try to bother and follow me either, Kakarots, for you have your own training to go and focus on, and so do I. And as before I am to go and return here to go and continue my training with Lord Beerus, do yourself a favor for the time being and stay out of my way, Kakarots. You have some nerve in thinking that this is but a mere game, as all of this and having the Omni Kings be reminded of waging another massive tournament that is now far larger than the last one is all your fault, Goku. And with the top 5 strongest in the multiverse now having to also participate in this upcoming event, Beerus went on to then continue, and all you've managed to go and do here is doom us all, Saiyan. And so now go and do yourself a favor and get off my planet before I go and lose whatever patience I have left and destroy you where you stand. Do you hear me? Now get off my planet and don't you dare even think about coming back until Whis and I give you the say-so and having to return. Do you understand? Now get going, Goku! Wait, you're not seriously thinking about taking the day just to go back and train in the gravity chamber alone now, are you? Goku went on to then question Vegeta. And what about your training here with Lord Beerus? Don't you want to go and further evolve your Master Ultra Ego form by going and training here instead? With Vegeta responding, well, I never said that I wasn't, now did I? Because with the way you've went and angered Lord Beerus, it's best if you go and take this moment to let him cool down and go back home where you can still train alone, and until the time is right for both Lord Beerus and Whis to tell us to return, Vegeta continues, for there is much that needs to go and be done, and I will not have you go and waste a single second of my time by holding me here any longer, Kakarots. And so you should go and keep that in mind, with Whis having to hold Beerus back but then having to chime back in. Well, in fact, what I think that would be best is if the two of you go and take this day to go return home with your loved ones and come back again tomorrow, so that way we can go ahead by taking that moment to to go and train you both for this upcoming tournament, because while I would go and suggest for us to go and start today, Whis continues, Lord Beerus here is clearly in no mood to go and train at the moment, and so it's better for us to go and come back here tomorrow while Lord Beerus goes and cools off. Then in the meantime, with Vegeta chiming back in, then it shall be, for I will return again here tomorrow, and I suggest for you to go and listen to...
I like how Big Homie right here had Vegeta use instant transmission, because he does know how to do it. He just don't like to use it because, well, that was one of Goku's tricks. Nah, that's a Yardratian trick, which comes from training. What he doing now? He's training to improve. He says, I gotta be good at everything. Why? Because I ain't got time to be slipping in no freaking front of the battlefield. You know what I'm saying? Oh, I need to be here, I need to be there. The next thing you know, he gonna do the attack that I want him to do, which, if y'all know me, it's, what happened? Imagine 15 Ozarus stomping on your ass with motherfucking final flashes. You see what I'm saying? Type shit. But y'all ain't ready for that type of shit because I ain't wrote it yet. You know what I'm saying? There's a story about it. Like to hear it? Here it goes.
And go and do the same here, Kakarot, with Goku responding, well, right then, and I guess I'll just simply go and catch up with my meditation training here for a while, since I have the chance in having to do so before having to return again tomorrow. And so, oh yeah, and one more thing before I go, well, do you think that I should go and come back here first thing in the morning, Goku questions, or should I maybe go and wait until it gets a little darker, so that way Lord Beerus can have a bit more time to go and calm down? What do you think, Whis? Because I'm a little curious on... Oh, get off my planet, Goku! I'm going to destroy him one day, Whis. I swear that I'm going to. Why does Goku always have to go and do this to me? Beerus went on to then question. Why can't he just ever learn how to close that big mouth of his and not go and drag the rest of us down with him, Whis? With Whis responding, now there, Lord Beerus, let's just try and calm down in the meantime, so instead of getting all like how you just were, Whis says, how's about I go and get you some delicious ice cream so that way I can go and help you put you at ease? Sounds good? Which it was only in the meantime as Goku was then shown having to finally make his way back on over to Earth and teleporting his way back home was when Goku then went on to quickly respond, phew, now that was a close one back there, because if I had went and stood any longer than I did, then I'm pretty sure that Lord Beerus would have tried to destroy me by now, but well, now that I can finally go and let my tail loose without trying to have anyone like Vegeta go and grab it and use it against me during our battle like how he was shown doing earlier, I still can't believe on what it was that we were all told, Goku continues, and what's even more alarming are the challenges that lie ahead for us for this upcoming Omniversal Tournament of Power, and especially now that we all know that the top 5 strongest warriors in the entire multiverse are also going to be a part of this as well, and well, given the nature of what it was that we saw back on Lord Beerus' planet, it also looks as though they all mean serious business too. And so 3 months, Goku says. 3 months is all of the time that I'll have to become the strongest that I can possibly be, because if I don't go and try to find a way to further strengthen my power soon, Goku continues, then the consequences that'll come from losing this tournament will be unimaginable. For I can only imagine on the kind of warriors that me and Vegeta are going to have to face off against from across the Omniverse, but even with these unknown warriors aside, we still have the top 5 strongest warriors to worry about, Goku continues, and I would know better than anyone that even with the exception of the Grand Priest, who just seems impossible to go and take down all by himself, Goku adds, the other remaining 4 are going to be just as difficult to try and go and take down, especially now that they've been training, and so who knows on where this entire tournament is going to go, which is exactly why I have to not only go as far as to strengthen my primal form, but my angel form now as well, Goku continues, and so even though deep down I know that this isn't going to be easy, I can't just go and let my nerves get the best of me, but I'd be lying if I said that I wasn't a little nervous about what we can go and expect, especially from the top 5 strongest now having to be involved, but I've went and been through impossible battles before, and so I know what I have to do, Goku says, as I will need to go and continue to adapt to Whis' training methods in order to better prepare myself for what's coming, and while I know that Vegeta will more than likely be doing the same thing, it's better for me to go and get started now before returning back onto Lord Beerus' planet.
But when you look at the writing and the setup for it, Goku's meant to be more of a focused and technique style warrior, but he's goofy as hell. You see what I'm saying? That's his only problem. He's naturally goofy. The guy's like, well, even when I'm fighting, I'm just thinking of how I can make this technique look goofy as hell because I'm Goku. Shouts out to Keeping Up With Your Style. Shouts out to the big homie, Dallas, Texas, Guns and Cooking. You know what I mean? I appreciate you for getting up and coming through. You know what I'm saying? Bro probably got to go to work here in a minute, but he live. You know, we live too. Definitely go check him out. Hit him up with a thumbs up. You know what I'm saying? Leave a comment. Let him know who you are. He'll probably come back and support you if you got some content because that's what we do. Networking. You see what I'm saying? Hell, I meet people. They live or I'm live. If you ain't live or I'm live. If I'm not live, you live. Hell, if I see you, we pulling up. You know, thumbs up and shit. Y'all know how to keep it cracking like Super Saturdays. Check the playlist. It go way back before the lives. We was doing the videos. Then we switched to the lives. We'll switch back to videos because it's YouTube. Y'all will be having y'all pre-recorded ready for Super Saturdays at some point again. Yeah, I'm just being lazy and not putting the shit together before Saturday. But I mean, I like going live because then I get to say what's up to the people in the crowd versus in the comments. But it depends on which way y'all like. If y'all like making comments, we'll get back to the videos. If y'all just like the lives and coming through and saying what it do when you see me, yeah, we'll keep some of those up for you too. Because you know we ain't gonna shut the fuck up no time soon. No time soon. You know the haters gonna be mad. Like, man, I was enjoying the video. Like, well, go watch it on the original content creator because you came over here to watch this with me. You at my house, we hit pause on videos. That's why we wait and don't do new releases. Cause we like to talk, run it back, all type of shit. I'm hanging with the homies, right? Yeah, it's just y'all the homies today, and on a replay and every day type shit. He said he going live right now. Hit up all 4 channels, and if you don't know what the 4 are, figure it out.
Because it's better to go and get a head start now rather than simply having to ponder Goku ads. And so I'll go and start off with the basics before going and getting into any of the harder training methods that Whis had taught me, so that way my mind can at least be clear for when I return. And especially with what it was that Takira had went and mentioned on Lord Beerus's planet, we can't afford to go and take any chances here against any of them once this tournament begins. To which all the while back down below, we only then take a look and seeing as to how Goten was shown exiting his home before being shown taking out the trash and texting Trunks, as Goten then went on to respond. And I wonder why Trunks has went and gone cold on me all of a sudden like this, for I doubt that it's because I asked him to come and play me in a one-on-one battle on Sparking Bud, and I just knew that he would go and chicken out on me. Hey, wait a second, Goten ads. What's that enormous energy signature that I'm now starting to sense? Wait, now hold on a minute, and just who in the world is... Hey, I knew it! It's Dad! Alright, Dad's finally back from training on Lord Beerus's planet, and it also looks as though he's about to go and meditate now as well. Well, far be it from me to go and stop him, and so now let me go and see as to what he...
See, the bad part is I already know what's going to happen, but I'm going to go ahead and give my explanation for Super Saiyan 3 for those that don't like it. Super Saiyan 3 was meant for a younger body, hence the energy consumption and the stamina drain. Kids don't really have that unless they tired because they've been up all damn day. But that balances out Super Saiyan 3, which is why Vegeta doesn't use it currently. It's better suited for the younger people. It's an easy explanation. Well, why didn't Vegeta ever use Super Saiyan 3? Because it's bad on an adult body unless you're dead. But for the kids, yeah, you have a lot of energy and a lot of stamina. So just multiplying your shit really ain't bad if you can keep going. You see what I'm saying? If you don't need it for too long, yeah, then you'll be all right anyways, right? Yeah, right. I mean, Super Saiyan 3, it is what it is.
up to before he decides to go through by training like he often loves to go and do, to which as Goten was then shown having to teleport behind Goku was when Goten then went on to quickly shout, I knew I wasn't crazy when I went and sensed your energy on this hill just a few seconds ago, but I'm glad that you're finally back home with us, Dad, with Goku responding, what the? Oh, hey there, Goten. I wasn't expecting to see you just pop in like this from out of nowhere, but it's still good to see you as well, son. Likewise, Dad, and so what exactly are you doing up here all by yourself like that? Were you about to go and undergo some kind of meditation or something? With Goku responding, well, it actually was, because there is a little something coming up that both Vegeta and I are going to have to prepare for, but I mean, look, between you and I, just try and go and keep whatever it is I'm about to tell you between us here, son. But, well, remember a few years ago on how Vegeta and I, along with some of the others, including Frieza, had to go and team up in order to compete within this thing called the Tournament of Power? Goku questions. Well, let's just go and say that there's sort of, kinda, maybe going to be another event that's going to be held just like that one, except only this time, this Omniversal Tournament of Power is not only going to showcase some of the strongest warriors within our multiverse, but it's also going to go as far as to showcase some of the strongest warriors from across other timelines, too. Wait, hold on. Are you serious right now, Dad? So, is that why you're here, to go and train for this upcoming tournament? With Goku responding, well, for the time being, and so yes, but please try not to go and tell your mother about this because, well, I mean, you know how she can go and get with these things, and so for the time being, me and Vegeta were told that we have about 3 months to go and prepare before this thing actually begins, Goku says. And while there is no telling on what it is that we are about to go and encounter when competing in this upcoming event, Goku continues, we can't just go and take any chances by sitting around and not doing anything about it either, Goku adds. And so
Now, this is funny because this reminded me of something when I seen it the other day. Y'all know how they got that Bulma's not really Bulma. Like Bulma Briefs isn't really her name. Her name is something Briefs, but it's not Bulma. Yeah, they said, why would she be running around with her name on a shirt? Because that's what the fuck Akira Toriyama likes to do to his characters. He lets you know how crazy they are by saying this person's running around with their name written on their clothing type shit. Or they're saying that this person is about a brand. That's Son Goten, motherfuckers. He's a pimp named Goten. You say the whole damn thing. All right, Scully. Well, if you go live tonight, hopefully I catch the notification. If not, I'll catch the replay. If not, I'll know to be looking for you tomorrow night because, you know, that's typically when I know Scully's going to be reading to you. He going to pull up on you on a Sunday night and make sure you're going to start your week right. So y'all know, go check out Big Broski. We appreciate him for stopping through. But like I was saying, hey, Akira Toriyama the type to let you know that this motherfucker's about they branding. He said, I'm Son motherfucking Goten. It's written right here on my shirt. You can't mistake it for nothing. You gonna recognize this pimping type shit. Talking about that's not Bulma's name. Bulma's that bitch in Dragon Ball, but she was kind of goofy back when she was younger. Hence why they started off as younger versions. You see what I'm saying? Because young Bulma was out here finna wish for a boyfriend and she got Vegeta. Oh, you want a boyfriend? You thought it was gonna be Yamcha, but really that was the setup to get you introduced to this guy named Vegeta. Wishing for a boyfriend type shit. What kind of shit was that? CB, what up, bro? Appreciate you stopping through. Y'all know how we do. Super Saturdays over here. We be waking up ready to talk some bullshit, and we gonna start it off with some Dragon Ball as usual on Saturdays. Then we gonna move to the other channel. Then we gonna move to the other channel. Then we gonna move to the other channel. We might come back here because we find another video. Hell, you know how we do.
now, although there is no telling at the moment on how this tournament is going to go, Goku continues upon having to see Goten text Trunks on all the details that Goku is filling him in on, as we were told that the Omni Kings are going to be choosing fighters at random, which means anyone can be selected no matter who they might be or whichever timeline or reality they just so happen to come from as well. And so while I'm here, before having to go and head back onto Lord Beerus' planet again tomorrow to begin my training, I've got to stay focused, Goku says. As while I'm sure that once we go and tell the others about it, Goku adds, well, they only then start to go and train as well, and so it's better if I go and take this time to level out my mindset and start to train mentally before heading back onto Lord Beerus' world. But then, it was only just before Goku even had the chance to finish with Goten Goten being shown having to interrupt by making a very unusual request was when Goten went on to quickly respond, well, since you went and put it that way, and since the Omni Kings can go as far as to choose any fighter they wanted random for this upcoming Tournament of Power, then, well, would it be okay with you if I could also go and train alongside you or against you for this upcoming event as well, Dad? With Goku responding, wait, hold on, what did you just say? But why in the world would you want to go and take part of this, Goten? It's way too dangerous. With Goten responding, well, even though this may come as a sudden surprise to you right now, Dad, but, well, ever since I was little, all I've ever wanted to do was fight by your side and to be strong enough so you wouldn't have to go and fight to protect everyone alone, Goten says. But you see, as the years continued to go by, I realized on how impossible it felt to ever catch up to you in power, especially after having to learn about your primal ultra instinct and angel.
So basically, Goten said, "Hey, did you forget I look exactly like you, nigga? I am your copy." Gohan was only the first son, and apparently, if y'all paid attention to Goku's family, the first son don't look nothing like the damn daddy. It takes mom's side of the family. You know what I'm saying? That's why Gohan. Raditz look more like one of Jine's side of the family. So then the second one is what? Is the Kakarot. It's the, oh, you're the exact copy of your father. Because, Goku was his exact copy of his father. So now Goten's like, Goofy, I'm just as goofy as your ass. I got hands out here, and that's why I got the ladies. You know what I'm saying? You can't have hoes unless you got that strong pimp hand. You know what I mean? We don't human traffic because that's not what that is. You see what I'm saying? Human trafficking is something else. It's not just the regular basic pimping. Somebody better get them to change their definition because I don't know what the hell they sending people to jail for. You can't even be a pimp no more. Talking about human trafficking. Nah. I was on some pimp shit. I was not human trafficking. Human trafficking is slavery type shit. These hoes needed a job, and I had some work for them. It's a big difference. It's a big difference. Then they bad at managing themselves, so that's why they got a manager. You know what I mean? And you got to understand the life to be about that life type shit. But anyways, we ain't gonna talk about my extracurricular activities or Goten's, because he's a pimp named Goten. Hell, he got the hoes. Search him on the fucking spoof videos. You'll be like, damn, Goten does have hoes.
Forms too, but, well, even now, what will happen if suddenly one day both you and Vegeta aren't around to go and stand against the dangers that threaten our world, Goten questions? As aside from Gohan and Piccolo, who will be left to go and protect everyone if you and Vegeta are no longer around, Goten questions? And besides that, you even went and said it yourself that the Omni Kings are going to start choosing fighters at random, didn't you? Well, what if I end up being selected to go and be a part of this Omniversal event, Dad? I mean, surely you would want for me to go and be ready to face off against whatever stands in my way now, wouldn't you? And so I say that to say, if you can go as far as to trust and train Gohan when he was a kid, then surely you can go and do the same with me. And well, as you can see, I'm no longer a little kid here anymore, Dad. And so all I ask is for one chance to train alongside the best, and the rest you can go and leave up to me to go and figure out. With Goku responding, well, geez, Goten, I don't know about this, because not only do I not want for your mother to go and come down my throat if she finds out that you're even fighting in this upcoming tournament, but are you sure that you are
So you already
ready
know
for
the
this?
next time
Because I'm only going to be...
that somebody makes Goku into the main villain, he gonna be a bad motherfucker. He gonna have his angel form, Super Saiyan 4, probably 5 by then, because we all know how Taro gets down. If you don't know how Taro gets down, go back to the playlist. Okay, go back to the playlist. You ain't got to go to no other channel. Just go back to my playlist, right? Because I got that video for you on explaining who Taro is and his former bodies of work. Because I'm pretty sure if you don't know, you better get to know the guy. And then you'll be like, damn, now I see why everybody else is starting to lean toward the things that Toriyama was slacking in. Because the guy was getting old. I mean, he was already doing Dragon Ball for like damn near since '85, matter of fact. You know what I mean? So hell, he was tired of doing the shit. He was like, y'all take Dragon Ball too serious, and I'm not that serious about it. You see what I'm saying? Hence why he took breaks, and you got these periods of time where content was being produced, and y'all want to say it ain't canon. Hell, if y'all see my company producing something and it's my official company that produced it, you better think the shit canon, because it's all my company shit. You dig? No matter who I was working with as far as the companies at the time. Hell, it's all going to be underneath the business logo. Hell, that's why I got the business logo. Yeah, that's why before you start letting other people pay you to do work, you start your own business. Now they got to pay your business and not just you. You see what I'm saying? Nah. This is partially owned by my business and we can collaborate. It's a whole different conversation when you talk like that to people. Like, we both finna get a bag off of this. What do you mean? Yeah, I'm not just some 9 to 5. We out here on a grind type deal. Yeah, but that's a whole nother story. Like I said, get your monetization coaching. It's part of your buy me a coffee membership packages. Yeah, we gonna have to raise the price on them coming up, so you better get it while it's cheap. Hell, we ain't gonna have to tell you. We ain't gonna have to tell you. You're gonna be like, man, I could have got this for cheap back in the.
Is serious about this as you allow for me to be, and so if you are really up for the task,
I told you.
guess going one-on-one
But if you
with
forgot,
is
it's
going
my
to be
job to
so
remind
good.
you.
So are you really sure that you are up for this and that you really want to go through with this, Go10? With Go10 responding,
Go10 said, let's run the fade.
begin to imagine, Dad, and so please,
I gotta up my
as I
levels.
promise that I'm not going to go and waste your time, nor am I going to go and let you down if you accept in having to train me for this upcoming event. And so please, you have my word that I will go and give you my all and prove to you as to why I am more.
Now, see, for those who don't know, this guy is actually at the potential of the what if Goku had Frieza's potential, right? So that would just be Goku having a higher potential. That's a half breed saying it's potential already. So for those who don't see the parallel, that's the parallel. I'm gonna just run a parallel for you today. You dig? That's a freebie. But anyways, yeah, I'm trying to tell y'all, the story writers better be ready to run with this shit, because they got it. You see what he doing? He said, nah, Goten is that what if Goku had Frieza's potential, and now he's finna get more training. He's like, well, I'm already Super Saiyan 2. I can technically handle Super Saiyan 3, but ain't nobody really flexing on that. But that's what happened. What happened if Goku had Frieza's potential? He'd have had Super Saiyan 3 at a much younger age and been able to run with it, because that's what Super Saiyan 3 was designed for. It was designed for somebody with a whole extra lot of energy for the stamina drain, because young boy got stamina, right? Yeah, you can run suicides all day. By suicides, I mean he threw the first punch, officer. Hell, I don't know what they be talking about, but you know, he said the definition of hands. Look at him. He over here charged up, ready to get it in.
Than deserving of being a part of this as anyone else would be, and so please, Dad, with Goku responding, well, I do guess that you make a good point in case the Omni Kings were to go and call for you to be a part of this upcoming event, and so if you insist, then we'll go on and have a quick sparring contest just so we can go and see as to where you currently stand. As an excited Goten then went on to quickly respond, wait, you really mean it? No, right, well thanks for that, Dad, and I promise that I'll go and make it worth your while here too. With Goku responding, well, of course, and so I guess for starters, I'll just go and let you be the first one to make a move out here.
I mean, picture this. Goten spends this 3 months training with Goku for real. He goes from Super Saiyan 3 to, let's just lowball it with UI. Let's just lowball it with UI, because Goku will be like, well, damn, you are ready to jump to some good shit, because if you already handling Super Saiyan 3 like that, hell, to switch to God Key, Super Saiyan Blue, nah. We'll just go ahead and focus directly more on your spirit control for your attacks and give you the Ultra Spirit Control with Ultra Instinct training. Hell, he's calm enough for it, unless one of them hoes get out of line.
Against me, so just try not to go and hold out here against me, because I really want to see on exactly what you're made of, Goten. Oh, do you Now Goten responds, well, alright then, if you insist, but don't say that I didn't go and warn you, Goten says upon being shown having to transform, because now you're about to go and see on why I'm worthy enough to go and compete among some of the best within this tournament now, and so are you ready? Because I certainly am, Goten then went on to charge on in, and so if you wanted to go and see as to what I'm truly made of by having to prove myself against you, then here I come, Dad. But then, it was only from within that very moment to Goten's shock, as Goku went as far as to block off Super Saiyan Goten's strike with simply one finger, was when Goku then went on to continue, well, if we're going to go and be honest here, then nothing against you, son, but you'll need to go and use a whole hell of a lot more power than just Super Saiyan if you wish to go and stand a chance against me here, with Goten uttering, you've got to be kidding me, but how did he, no, I still have to try, and if that means that I'll need to try by using everything that I have, Goten continues, even if that means in having to evolve myself even further by giving you everything that I am made of, then I want you to make no mistake about the fact that I'm going to go and do exactly that, Dad. And so if taking it up to the next level is what you want, then here, Goten went on to then transform into a Super Saiyan 2. And so now let's just go and see on how you handle me when I use Super Saiyan 2, because there's plenty more where that. But then, it was only from within these very moments as Goku had proceeded in uppercutting Goten in the stomach was when Goku then went on to quickly interrupt by having to chime in. Now, don't go and grow a big head and get too far ahead of yourself here, Goten, because despite what the fact that as good as you may have gotten and while you are as strong as you are, you just aren't ready for what's coming, Goku says. And so I really don't want to go and hurt you if we did.
Goku hit his ass with that raccoon pose. Yeah, that's the same uppercut he hit Raccoon with. He was out here booming on Vegeta. Yeah, Goku hit him with that wicked ass uppercut. Now he hit Goten with it. He said, well, shit, you ain't gonna get packed up like Raccoon did. Raccoon was a one and done. I'm just sitting you down real quick. Like, bow. Yeah, look at him. He's shocked.
Decide to go and continue and keep going like this, Goten, Goku continues, and so, for what it's worth, while we are already here, let's just go and call it down the middle here and now, and we'll go and pick things back up a little later on in time, Goku says, as you had went and given it your
He always
best,
be trying to get them
that
niggas a
ever truly
pass. Nah,
matters. And so
Goku.
how about we go and call it a
Yeah,
day,
you gonna have
and
to
maybe we
beat
can
your
go and talk about
kids. They
what's
say
next
you
in
a bad
further
daddy,
detail,
but you don't
because I
ever
really
really
don't
just
think
beat
that
your
you're
kids like
actually
you're
ready
supposed
to
to,
go on
right?
and do this, son, and so it's best that
You gotta
you go
put
and
them through
stand
some
down now
things.
as we'll go and
They
figure
gotta
things
catch
out
hands on a
further
regular
time and
basis.
go and continue where we had left off. But then, it was only just as Goten went on to look up and glancing at his father's eyes was when an irritated and angry Goten went on to quickly respond, no, I won't back down like this and have you watch me go out without having to give you exactly what you've been wanting out of me, Dad.
See, this is what I'm saying. You see how big this energy blast is? Huh? Do you see how big this energy blast is? Right here. He had to put some color in it just so you know to pay attention to it, right? Yeah, right. I'm trying to tell you. That's them kids. Hybrid Saiyans. You see them saying hybrid Saiyans. That's the, what if Goku had Frieza's potential? What if Goku was born the legendary Super Saiyan? Nah, what the fuck is Goten really out here doing besides fucking with these hoes? I mean, he get up on his training, y'all see he's the fucking next one to be the GOAT. And then if you know Toyotaro, like I said, running it back in the playlist. We didn't explain this already. I didn't go into it like I said today, but we was talking about who the fuck Toyotaro is and what he's done. Yeah, he says y'all like that Super Saiyan 5 storyline, huh? Well, he's one of the people that was out there doing it back when it was first popular. You know, they done hit you with some remixes, but yeah, one of the OG mixes, you know, like the first Sprite remix, it was still that purple little grape taste shit, right? Yeah.
I just won't. Not until I've given you everything that I have left. To which, shockingly enough, within that very moment, as Goten went on to explode with power with Goku being shown having to look on, was when Goku then went on to quickly respond, whoa, and just what in the world? But where did he go and suddenly get all of this massive power from just now? For it is absolutely incredible. But then, it was just within that very moment as Goku was shown nearly having to avoid Goten's strike, as Goten was then shown having to power into a Super Saiyan 3, was when Goku then went on to continue. And as crazy as this is for me to see, I should have known that he wasn't going to back down without having to try and pull out I am able to see it, I just can't seem to believe it. To which it was only upon with Goten being shown having to continuously attack Goten when Goten then went on to respond. Now, do not go and take this as you can easily go and use to overlook me with, Dad, because I'm not a little boy anymore, and I'm not going to have you overlook what I'm capable of anymore. And that is simply because now that you went and got me going, I am going to go and prove you wrong one way or another, Dad. Now you can go as far as to see firsthand for yourself and see that I'm going and telling the truth. As one way or another, whether I am able to go and stand a chance of bringing you down or not, Goten continues, I will go on to prove to you on exactly why I'm worthy, Dad. I swear to you that I will. And from there on, I will go on to further show you on why I belong, Dad. With a surprised Goku then responded, "Oh, Goten, this is amazing. For I never would have ever have imagined."
Now, see, this gonna have Goku on some bullshit. He gonna be like, oh, we gotta go to the room, the world of spirit and time. I got 24 hours to motherfucking train you up, and then I can take your ass back to Beard's playing with me, and then that'll be like, hey, Beard, you know how you mad at me for always being on some bullshit, right? Right. Well, guess who I done trained up while I was at home? Yeah, the exact copy of me, but younger, with Frieza's potential. Oh, really? Well, yeah, it's a good thing you did do something that's worth a fuck, Goku, because he gonna have to save our ass next, because he'll be the one that come through and shine like no other diamond in the field, right? Yeah, we'll go out here and find us a random diamond in a ringer, as he said. Only fucked up part is you got Trunks' little ass out here doing it too, and he's what? They're supposed to be. Trunks was a little bit stronger because he's a year older, but given that it's Vegeta's son, you know, Trunks is going to be way above Goten because Vegeta's going to be like, oh yeah, I did say you can't lose any fights, and you got a little nigga that's real close to you. Real close. Yeah, you got a little young rival, and he looked just like his damn daddy. And, you know, Vegeta be like, I don't be out here taking L's of Kakarot, so you can't be losing to Goten. Yeah, I mean, y'all know the record, right? It's 4-1. That's 4 Vegeta wins. The Goku's 1. He won once and once. And that's a story we don't like to talk about, though. But, you know, Goku won once. Then you gotta say, well, Vegeta ain't never beat a main villain. That's because he is a main fucking villain. Motherfuckers, when he was first introduced, he had main villain energy. He was only supposed to make it for one season to hype up the next bad guy. But since he was that guy, you know, he's like, nah, you just can't kill me off, Toriyama. Because, you know, the one thing about introducing a new species is the fan base is going to want to see more of that species if they were dope. So if the main character is a separate species, and then you like bring in the species, which would be the Saiyans type shit, and then they're mostly dead, so you got to keep the ones that are around for a little bit. I mean, you're going to kill them as you need to, but you're going to do it at a more dramatic time. Let it build up. Because you done built up the character. Like I said, Toriyama's known for that. He don't like throwing his characters away. I had to motherfucking write this motherfucker. Editor sent me 3 requests to change shit. That's 3 different variations to the story I wanted to write. You see what I'm saying? Well, you want more of a this type of flow because, you know, you trying to be dramatic and shit. Nah, I'm trying to get this to be entertaining and funny, and that's would have been funny the first way. Yeah. But that's how it goes. If it ain't just your business, but you know, you wanted a major company to produce your shit and sell it versus you starting your own business, building up your own little fan base and then just rocking with you. That's why I said you gotta be about that business. Hell, you worked for people till you was 18. Then at 18 you had your own business, right?
This is just something else entirely because now you have me all fired up and seeing you like this.
Yeah, he all fired up.
I did go on to mention on.
He said, you know, now I am on some bullshit, kid, because, hell, you rocking that Super Saiyan 3 kind of dope.
I would go off and train from time to time, and, well, I told you that I wasn't finished in showing you, and so here we are, Goten says. And so now what should we do? Shall we go and continue where we had left off here, or what? Goten questions, because I'm ready whenever you are, Dad, with Goku responding, well, given what you had just shown me here, I can already feel your energy and determination, for it is clear that you have been working hard, and because I know that you and Trunks have been training while me and Vegeta had been away, and I actually had a better idea for us that'll really test.
Yeah, better idea. Like, yeah, let's take the time and actually throw some real hands. But anyways, like I said, it's probably gonna be a time chamber trip. Then Vegeta's gonna be like, "Fuck, why didn't I think about taking my son to the time chamber? Because he definitely needs to upgrade on some spirit control. Hell, they should just go to Yard Rat. Yard Rat, matter of fact. But that's a different story. Like, here it goes."
The waters and seeing as to where you stand, Goku says, but, well, truthfully, we can't go and do it here, and so let us go and head somewhere else, far away from our home, so that way we can really cut loose without having to worry about anyone getting in our way, or at least in this case, having Chi-Chi go and yell at us. And so, if we're going to go and train for real, then we'll need to go all out, and I don't think that we can go and do that here, Goku continues. And so, because of this, I've always known that you had the potential to go and do great things, Goten, and so now if you're really serious about going and being a part of this upcoming tournament, then I've got to go and see as to where you fully stand, Goku says. And while I'm not going to go on and make this any easier for you when we go out there and do this, Goku says, I hope that you know that I'll go and give you exactly what you've been hoping to go and get out of me, but I only expect for you to go and do the same in the meantime. Do you understand? And so I'll need you to come and follow me in the
Yeah, you thought you was tough till you got hit with this 10 times gravity.
meantime, and we'll go and resume where we had left off as soon as we end up getting there. And oh, Goku continues, just one more thing before I forget to mention, which I want you to bear in mind, because while me and Vegeta are scheduled to return back onto Lord Beerus' world so that we can go and resume our training for the upcoming tournament in the meantime, and I actually intend on drawing out far more power out of you than where you currently are now, so that way you will be able to go far beyond in having to wield more power than where you currently stand. And so now let's go. To which it was only right then and there now, during that moment, where the Beyond Dragon Ball Super Story of the Omniverse, the official top 5 strongest warriors in the multiverse sequel, manga chapter number 8 special, then comes to a close.
Well, actually, I'll go ahead and take it from here, as I
this
do
video
want to
was
go
only
as far
30
as to address
minutes.
something very important with our
9
dear
minutes to
viewers
make
at
it
the
take
moment.
damn near an
As before
hour.
I go and give
You
you the
dig?
following information,
Talk about
if
I be
you
still
aren't already a
content.
member of
Nah, I be
Unreal's
having
Patreon
conversations.
community, then you are
Mostly
truly
with
missing out
myself,
on
but you know,
so
some
much
people like
without
watching
you even
that.
knowing, because not only is the next episode already on the page, but if you want to support all
Talk
of the
like he was
manga
talking to
content
somebody
that
the
you
whole
see
time,
and
but
gain
you
access
couldn't
to
hear the other
tons of
person's
exclusives
replies,
along
right?
the way that range from a
I mean, you
variety
can
of
see the
different
conversation in
things,
the chat,
then we
but
do
you know,
encourage for you all to become members of our Patreon community today.
that's why we
For
go
will link
live.
every
Make
down
it
within the
a little bit
description box
easier than just
below
sitting here
and pinned
talking,
comment
because it's
section
actual
as well.
people.
Now, I
That's
will
why we
go as far as
record
to
that
say that
video
although we are
for
all
the
very
studio
excited and
recorded
waiting to see
video.
as to what this upcoming tournament is going to be
Hell,
like, but while I do think
it's
that it
twice
would
as
be
dope that
wise
way,
to
right?
go and have everyone
You get the
train and
live
prepare for this
conversation
upcoming event,
and
just
me
in
just
case the
being
Omni
here
Kings are to
recording
go
it, so
and
you can
call
now
for them
make
to
comments
appear,
and
I
pause
have
on
no
your own
doubt that
record.
with our
Or
heroes now
skip forward.
dedicating the little time that they have in training
For
to
those that
become
like to
far
skip
stronger
forward,
than
why
how
would you
they
skip
were
forward?
previously, you do not want to go and miss out on what
Who
is about to
skips?
happen coming up
Yeah,
next.
it's good
So we hope that
conversation.
you all enjoyed today's video. And before you leave, don't forget to give this video a thumbs up by smashing that like button on your way out, as well as also subscribing to Unreal Int Gaming's channel for tons of new Dragon Ball content. So with that, we thank you all.
But see, I like how he makes that Beerus's joke going on here moving forward. Beerus is pissed as fuck because why? Goku's being fucking Goku. Nah, I just want to fight strong people. You know, entertaining the Omni King is something I can easily do because you know I want to throw hands anyways. So hell, if you gonna watch, you gonna watch because I'm gonna be out here throwing hands regardless. It's his bright light, little light.
For watching, as we'll be seeing you all again for
Goku
the
had to
next
let it
one.
shine, right?
I know it might be weird, maybe even a little bit sus, but just trust me, okay? Just shove it in your mouth, Catman.
Say what now? I will do no such thing, talking Bugman, but what I will do is encourage you all to subscribe to Unrelent Gaming for the latest Dragon Ball content. And while you're at it, make sure to like the video. Also, don't forget to become a member of Unrelent Gaming's Patreon community for more exclusive content, early access, and much, much more. Do it now, or I'll destroy your planet.
We still got a whole nother video too, so.
Hey, don't just waste the goddamn thing. Pass it here.
Whoa. See how high that went? That fast. 360 trillion. That's why I said, he said, okay. Okay, you want to pull out a Zaru? You want to pull out a Zaru on me, mother lover? No, sorry, Bob. I'm not having it. He said power level 360 trillion. So when you just went Super Saiyan.
So, you find yourself on the Unrelent Gaming channel. How fortunate for you. I, Lord Frieza, will spare your life as long as you subscribe and turn on notifications. Also, don't forget to become a member of Unrelent Gaming's Patreon for tons of exclusive content to early access media and much more. Do it now, or else.
Knowing him, he probably does his own variation of Super Saturdays over on his Patreon, because you know he has these available first for his Patreon members, and then it's on YouTube after that. You know, you get a homies a time to go ahead and get it in, and then whenever it premieres on YouTube, they like, oh yeah, I've already watched this type shit, because that's the benefit of it, right? Early access, like nah, I'm ahead of the game. Hell, I'll wait till he does the videos on his YouTube. That way I ain't stepping on his toes. That's why it's a good review channel. You see what I'm saying? I'm actually not a habitual toe stepper. I'm only slightly stepping on his toes by reviewing his content. Hell, we ain't out here stealing, we out here networking. I mean, look at how dope that Super Saiyan 4 was. This is the new soundtrack for the videos he gonna be using. I like that artwork though. I mean, I like how next is gonna end up being Super Saiyan 3 Broly Mastered. Cause you know that's gonna be a thing. And just imagine that's gonna be confirmed as stronger than Beerus probably. So he was already fucking with Beerus on the power scale. But then when he hit Super Saiyan 3, it's official. He's past Beerus with Beerus's semi-mastered UI in the main storyline. Because technically Beerus ain't did shit with his UI too much. He got it though, he got it. He'll have to step his game up and fully master it. Hence that transformation of Beerus down there in the corner. Like, why does that not look like regular Beerus? That's beefed up Beerus. That's when Beerus quit being able to sleep and had to train because Goku kept bringing up too much shit. This nigga Goku don't take no breaks. None. Well, he do take breaks, but it'd be like a day or two. Beerus said, I can't sleep for like 40 years with this nigga around. Because he gonna keep you up the whole damn time. Like, yeah, you get a week or two sleep, rest, maybe a month. Regular training schedule, but yeah, we gonna stay on the hustle and grind. There's always somebody stronger, right, Beerus? No, not right, Goku. He was lying. You got a strong ass god of destruction, but once you become that strong ass god of destruction, basically, who the fuck gonna be tougher than you? I'll wait. Yeah, you done grinded so much. Who's gonna be tougher than you? Nobody. You so used to putting in the work, it don't matter what other people do. I'm gonna do me anyways. Oh, you destroyed the whole universe? I'm still over here doing my set. What do you mean? I gotta order the place, shit coming in, shit going out, right? They don't know about that. They don't know about that. Definitely some good battle music, though.
Now, I know it might be weird, maybe even a little bit sus, but just trust me.
See, now we'll skip that part because we just seen it. And we're going to see it again. Because like I said, we still got a whole nother video. Yeah, it'd be Super Saturday. Of course, you know we gotta promote that new Simpsons. Come on now, you know we gotta do it. They don't owe me some money, but I'll let it slide for now, right? They gonna try to hit me with a copyright for that, but I said they owe me some money, so you see how I counted them before they hit me with the bullshit?
For tons of exclusive content to early access media and much more. Do it now or else.
I don't think so. You're not going anywhere because there is still a lot more that we have yet to show you. So don't forget to become a member of Unreal's Patreon for
See, this is why we like Unrelent. He be having multiple drops
more
throughout the
exclusive
week.
content and upcoming videos.
So, boy, it's gonna be a Super Saturday. I might have to start the show early, like last week. Had to start the show early. It was about 2 hours.
Let's finish our
Yeah.
battle. Now enjoy.
almost 2 hours.
せるなら
Right.
せめて俺を満足させてみろ。さっさと俺の本気を引き出すことだ。俺がもしまた大猿になったとしたら、貴様ごときこの姿のままで十分だ。貴様の腕がなまってないか見てやろう。
おめえたち手したもんだ。またどっかでやろうぜ。畑もいい、戦うが一番だ。見かけ倒しじゃねえか。
まったく悟空のやつまた出し惜しみしていたのか。今の僕は眠くてお腹が減ってるんだ。ブーといいこいつといい、意欲は認めるがお前を素直に称賛する気はないよ。気団が徐々に大きくなっているな。
一つの場所で収まらないとは随分思い切りの良い戦いですね。あまり派手に暴れてしまうと後片付けが大変になりますよ。
どうです？これが何であれ、あたかも既存の多元宇宙の蘇我から来たかのように感じられたが、この異常が何であれ、これが全貌の身に届くことを許してはなりません。そうでなければ体は本当に手に払えなくなる可能性があります。それが何であれ、ある種の位置の領域から生じたものに。
俺様はあいつみたいに甘くはないぞ。昔と今とではどちらの方が強いか、結果を見れば一目瞭然か。
さておめえ、一緒に修行行かねえか。もっと強い攻撃してきてもいいんだぞ。
それでは注目馬の皆様、違いないことは分かっていますが、問題はどこから。
See, the 2D rendering is easy, apparently. He said, I could do this all fucking day. See what I'm saying? As long as it's just the background-looking character, you can make it seem like it's a light animation without the mouse moving. I mean, he's coming out with it weekly. He said he got that part. He said that part's easy. Now, if you want to complain that, well, it's not a full animation, their mouths aren't moving, the lips aren't synced, well, you know where the complaint department is. It's open from 8 to 8:02 a.m. every day. You got 2 minutes to complain, and then if it take you longer to type what you're complaining, you can't even complain, right? Because you only had 2 minutes to submit. After that, the shop's closed. It don't even get read. It says it was sent at 8:02 and 3/10 of a second. We ain't reading that shit, motherfucker. We saw what time it arrived after the time, so we don't even. We just delete. Yeah, but you know, that be motherfucking the work that they be putting in out, right?
なぜこのエネルギーの高まりが私にとこれほど進化に感じられたのかという。ですから私たちが最も避けるべきことは、全貌たちがこの説明のつかないエネルギーに対して投与することです。ケーレの無限の元素の領域はケーレが自分の技術を完成させる場所である。このねじれた世界の中でケーレは現実のこぞそのものに対して自分の魔法の限界をテストしながら常に呪文を洗練させている。彼は世界の中に。
こいつだけはぶっちぎりの強さだ。戦いが終わったばっかしなのによ、まだまだ戦い足りねえんだ。またいて、もうおめえたち兄弟に好き勝手させられねえかんな。
カカロットとか勝てたというのに、一応勝負は見届けたが、破壊を楽しむ悪魔め第6宇宙最強だか知らないが、いずれ貴様も俺が倒す。修行の成果というわけか。これに耐えられないようではしたことはないぞ。思ったよりも2人の動きの相性は悪くないが、相変わらず面倒な技を使いやがる。こいつはおまけだ。手間かけさせやがって。こいつに負けるのが一番腹立つぞ。あまり僕をがっかりさせるなよ。図に乗るんじゃないぞ。
おめえとの手合わせはいつやってもワクワクすんぞ。やっぱ気持ちいいよな。とんでもねえタフさはさすがだな。
鉛切った体も少しはまともに動くようになったらしいな。勝利してもさらなる強さを目指す。そうでなくてはな。
危険な人物に変わりありませんが、人間の作ったもの、我々にできるのは見守ることだけです。あなたを神と認めるつもりはありません。そのことを忘れないでいただきたいものです。闘争本能とも違いました。
あの力なんとかしなきゃこの世界を救うことはできねえんだろ。じゃあエンマのおっちゃんによろしくな。二度と悪さすんじゃねえぞ。おめえはもう謝っても許さねえかんな。おめえと戦うのは久しぶりだな。
今度挑むときはうまいものを持ってこいよ。人間がその力を使いこな
ストは厚かましいやつ。この無神経さ、これで終わりにしてやる。
子供の自由な発想は戦いでも発揮されるのですね。どちらを見てるのです
スネーキだ。オラたちに力隠してたな。おめえいつも元気だな。相手してやっから一丁おめえを規定直してやっから。オラならまたいつでも相手してやる。オラおめえの技見切ったぞ。叩けが終わったばっかしなのによ。オラまだまだ叩け足りねえんだ。また叩けてオラには勝てねえ。久しぶりだな。おめえ何しに来たんだ。そうすればおめえは全世界のどんな奴にも負けねえんだぞ。おめえたちに殺されたみんなのためにもすんげえやつだったけど、オラもういっぺん戦ってみて、もっともっと修行して強くなれ。オラその強さをもう一歩超えてみせる。俺は相手がオラより強かったんだ。ついに 100% パワーってやつのお出ましか。みんなでたどり着いた世界だ。おめえにも見せてやるぞ。おめえと同じさ。オラだってどんどん変わっていくんだ。またお前と戦うことになるとはな。根っからの悪人じゃなきゃいいライバルになれたのによ。おめえたちに殺されたみんなのためにも悪いが本気でやらせてもらうぞ。変わったのは見た目だけじゃねえぞ。いい修行になりました。僕に勝てると思っていたのか。ほらどうしたんです。長く戦いから離れていた僕が少し慎重になるんだぞ。これが父さんたちの合体。おかげで勘を取り戻せました。読書は面白いですよ。そういえば僕はもう生えてこないな。体を動かす相手にちょうどいい。久しぶりすぎて体がなまっちゃってて、家族やみんなを守る力を手に入れるために修行に付き合ってください。久しぶりに体を動かすのもいいですよね。いつまで兄弟喧嘩してんだよ。目の前の敵に集中しろ。仲間の敵ちっと我慢が足んねえんじゃねえか。こんなにやべえやつが相手だってのにワクワクが止まんねえぞ。そのままじっとしてろ。この戦いはちっときつそうだ。おめえの力で確かめてくれよ。ここまで強えとは驚いた。家族やみんなを守る力を手に入れるために修行に付き合ってください。褒め言葉としてあなたが言うならね。おめえには悪いけど目にあった時と変わんねえくれえの気を感じっつ。もっと集中して戦わねえとダメだな。よく一人でここまで腕上げたな。ほらこうしてさながら修行するのが好きなんだ。お前さっきの勝負の続きだ。どっちが先に時々を見つけられるか競争しようぜ。お前の強さオラに見せてくれよ。お前のことはよく知らねえが随分助けてもらったな。ただ最後の決着は俺につけさせてくれ。こうやって向き合うと昔思い出すな。超能力か。どうやって勝ったんだっけな。普段はなかなか忙しいのでたまには手合わせもいいですね。少しは勘が戻ってきたかな。僕と戦いたいんだな。元気すぎるのも心配だな。もっと相手になってくださいよ。すげえな。早速オラと戦ってみねえか。しかしほんとすげえやつだったな。そりゃやべえな。頼もしいもんだな。お父さんにばかり任せていられない。手加減はしませんよ。本当に大切なものを守るには強くなくちゃいけないんだ。大丈夫。僕はもう子供じゃありませんから。また今度手合わせをお願いしてもいいですか。よろしくお願いします。これが今の僕の全力です。お前じゃ僕を殺すことはできないぞ。お前に僕の相手が務まるかな。ちょっとやりすぎたかな。やばいのが出てきちゃったな。君のおかげで全員助けられた。おめえもどんどん強くなるな。この勝負は禁止って言ったじゃねえか。兄貴面すんじゃねえ。ほらあの時からずーっと修行続けてきたんだ。間違っちゃいねえけどこいつはそれ以上なんだよ。ここまで力極めることができるんか。そこもう時間がないぞ。おかげで勘を取り戻せました。少しは勘が戻ってきたかな。それにしても大きいな。ありがとうございました。やっぱ世界は広えな。こんな強いやつがまだいるなんてよ。ただもんじゃねえな。まあな、もっと相手になってくださいよ。僕の出番ですね。体がなまってよかったら修行に付き合ってください。ただでかくなったんじゃない。それを見せてやるよ。謝っても許 トラか。とんでもねえ野郎だ。そいつはやってみなくちゃわかんねえぞ。おめえには絶対にたどり着けない世界さ。ちょっと待ってろよ。死んでねえぞ。おりゃ体力を全回復してくれ。おめえ家と面白いこと言うな。信じらんねえあのクソガキども。人が何年もかけてやっとできたスーパーサイヤ人3に慣れねえことすっとやっぱダメだな。体はちっこくなっちまったけど。勝てんだお前は。俺との実力差に気づいたか。思ったよりやるじゃないか。そんなこと言うと小物らしさが目立つぞ。
So this is also just a simple continuation of what if Gohan didn't stop training. He'd have hit Super Saiyan 3 fast as hell. Like, let's see, he was 12 when he hit Super Saiyan 2 because he wasn't even Teen Gohan yet. The boy was still 12. Anyways, then official Teen Gohan would have actually been Majin Buu Saga series Gohan, and then he'd have had Super Saiyan 3 if he'd have actually continued training full time. Like, so he'd have been hit Super Saiyan 3. It was supposed to have been Gohan with Super Saiyan 3. Then you would have had the Mystic, and then the Mystic Super Saiyan 3 would have actually been dope because he'd have 106 in part, even Super Buu Tinks at that point in time. Yeah. He'd have got him. He'd have clapped his cheeks. Probably just in regular Super Saiyan 3. And then whenever he started absorbing more people, then he went mystic on you. Like, okay, I got this too. Shit. Park him.
早く済まそうか。お前もしつこいやつだな。いいぜ。そっちがその気ならとことんやってやる。もうあの時のようにはいかねえぞ。あとは任せろ。オラが必ず勝ってやる。次はどっちが勝つかな。なんだか懐かしいな。難しいことはわかんねえけど、いっちゃ始めようぜ。オラにおめえの今の力確かめさせてくれ。オラはただ強いやつと戦いたかっただけだ。おめえもその一人だ。そんなことねえさ。おめえにもこのくらいの力が眠ってるはずだ。今度は本気で戦おうな。またやろうな。
Now, I know it might be weird, maybe even a little bit sus, but just trust me, okay? Just shove it in your mouth, Catman.
Say what now? I will do no such thing, Talking Bug Man, but what I will do is encourage you all to subscribe to Unrelent Gaming for the latest Dragon Ball content. And while you're at it, make sure to like the video. Also, don't forget to become a member of Unrelent Gaming's Patreon community for more exclusive content, early access, and much, much more. Do it now, or I'll destroy your planet, along with every taco.
Hey, don't just waste the goddamn thing. Pass it here.
Said, nah, the more Vegeta fights, the more he fucking smiles. Hell, it's a love for the battle, motherfucker. Of course, y'all know to go check out that big homie at DJ I keep telling y'all.
Remember me when you're far away.
Y'all need some background music. You might as well promote your boy, right? Yeah, go hard at DJ Is, because you can use him in the background. Just make sure, you throw his tag in there, at DJ Is, let him know, hey. I frequently see videos and people be like, what were you listening to? Yeah, that's the big homie. You see what I'm saying? Shouts out to him. Little motherfucking keep your shit sounding good in the background. Just go ahead and rock out and pop out, right? But make sure you go ahead and give him his credit at the same time. Hell, he don't mind you playing his music in the back. He appreciate that. Just let him know, hey, we rocking DJ Is when they ask. Yeah, go get you a beat.
Remember me when you're far away. I'll always have a place for you to stay. In the garden, by the door, in the bedroom, on the floor. Remember me when you're far away. I'll always have a place for you to stay. In the middle of the night, I'm gonna be there till the morning light. Remember me when you're far away. I'll always have a place for you